Hey tubers, Bart coming at you. Happy Monday. Got some cool stuff for you. Um, been on a real random kick of picking up Barry Bonds, just nice cards that I want to put in mags and put on display. I have no idea why I started that little side PC, and I'm not sure where it's gonna stop, but I'm having some good times with it. From 95 Stadium Club, members only. It's called Ringleader. Yep. And this thing is awesome. There's a little bit of everything going on in there. You got an American flag over here with kind of the ring. You got an eagle. There's a baseball. Where we at? Yeah. Eagles clutching a baseball right there. Got pennants in a stadium over here. There's just a lot going on. So again, I don't even know why I'm picking some of these up. And I don't even like displaying horizontal cards too often, but beauty of a card, and I'm having fun with it. 96 Bowman's Best Atomic. Won that for a good deal at an auction. It's Cheney. 96 Tops. I don't know what the hell that. Sweet Strikes. There we go. Lose sight of the naming on there. A lot going on with some shine in that. And I found, well, I still pick up some of the cards with his home uniform. I really like to get the ones in the away uniform. And I found that out, and I kind of was like trying to self-assess that one, and it's because growing up when I was watching him, the way I was going to see it is if he was playing on the East Coast somewhere, and then it was in a reasonable time slot where I would get to catch it. And so I kind of identify with seeing him in an away uniform a lot more than I do in the home one. 96 SPX. Let's see if I can get this one. I tried to figure out the light beforehand, but you know how that goes. There it is. Get that funky angle going there. But pretty neat looking card. From 96 SPX. '97 Ultra. Good shine there. Power Plus. And then I got a couple of Jerry Rices from this set, so I'm pretty happy to have this one too. 97 Tops. Well, this is 98, excuse me. Gallery of Heroes. Got a nice little stained glass thing going in the back there. And then did pick this one up. Finest, Charles Barkley. They had it listed as a refractor. It is not the refractor. I sent a message to the seller. They didn't even bother responding back, so we'll see what we do there. I already had that one in just the base. Let me take these out. So I got two whoppers for you on the baseball side of things. You do a lot of self-assessment when you got this time on your hands and stuff and the ebbs and flows of the PC, and I like to go with the flow just because, it diversifies what I got going on. So picked up a fair amount of football early on, and then I was like, all right, and then I go with some smalls after I sent in some submissions. I got a whole lot of cards sitting in submissions, and it just goes back and forth. I'm really all tangled up in my mind on what I want to display right now. So doing all kinds of stuff, searching through ComCs and figuring out. But when in doubt, pick yourself up a classic. Be happy you did. The investment side of things will definitely pay off. And I am super excited with this Frank Robinson. Fresh label. Good color. Very few sure there's a couple hiding in there, but print defects, you know, you get this print spots and all kinds of things. Snow, there is no snow on this thing, and that red arm would show it. So I'm pretty happy with that. Nicely centered for the most part. In the 5. One of the all-time greats. And then, not to be outdone, I had some PayPal sitting around, then there was somebody tossed out, eBay was having a 10% or 15% off or something like that, up to $50. Plus it was, you know, eBay bucks had been hurting this quarter, but there was a 5%, which doesn't put a dent in the taxes, but it was still worthwhile. I think it was a 10% off up to $50. That's what it was. So basically that 10% nixed the taxes that I have to pay on the thing. But again, I had some PayPal to go along with it, so got this into a reasonable spot. The 54 Ernie Banks. Loving that one. And it looks super clean to me, you know, and a lot of times these vintage ones, again, I'm not a purist because I'm a football guy more or less, but, you know, I need, like, the lighthouse labels to make it pop or something like that. But this one just does it on its own. Good color, good amount of white. You see some browning with some of these older cards, and, you know, it takes away a little bit of the luster. The lighthouse label, I think, helps with some of that luster, so that's what brings it back sometimes if it doesn't have those characteristics. But this one has it on its own. The left to right is a smidge off, but nothing crazy at all. Not really any noticeable the way the light coloring of the card itself. And you know, I've been looking at these for a couple years now, just always looking around, see if I get a deal or whatever. But it's, you know, I'm very happy with the top to bottom there, because you see a lot of them, that name is all the way at the top of the card, and sometimes even letters are getting, you know, pieces of letter are getting cut off or whatever. So real happy with that. 2 all-time classics. And these, you know, story time a little bit, I guess. These are exemplify the reason why I like PSA so much. So I'd mentioned in a previous video or two I'd sold some cards, and I got some good money. And PSA, it just is the reason, I think. Well, I know. One card I sold was a Tim Duncan Topps Chrome rookie from '97 PSA 10. I bought it just when I knew it was a good deal. I was like, this guy's an all-timer. I think I paid 120, 130 bucks for it maybe. Sold it for about $450. You know, it doesn't do that raw. You know, that PSA 10 slab was that reason. I was pretty excited about that. But then even better, submissions. You can almost create value from, you know, not much, right? It's not nothing, because you still have to start with like something. But I sold a Juan Soto Hands on Hips rookie card from 2018 PSA 10 that I'd subbed myself. And that was a tough sub for me because it was a tough pickup. I don't like buying raw cards that are cost much, just, you know, because I've done that before, and, you know, I stopped buying Jerry Rice autos that weren't already graded, because I bought one for like 90 bucks and I got a 6 on the damn thing when I subbed it. Like, man, I just couldn't. That one hurt in the chest a little bit, right? So I bought this thing for 30 bucks raw, and I was like, man, that is, you know, just more than I like paying for raw cards. And it's complete risk in my eyes, because, you know, you don't know how good they took a picture or whatever. So bought it for 30 bucks. You sub it, you know, you pay the 8 bucks or whatever it was. So you're 40 bucks into the card, right? Sold it for $480. So pretty happy with that. And you know, you just create value out of nowhere. I didn't, you know, I love that card, but at the same time, it's not a $500 card to me. You know, if I'm gonna have $500 cards sitting around, it's gonna be these things. So, real happy with that. And then, the other one I sold a a Trey Young from Prism, his rookie PSA 10, subbed to myself. Stopped by, was what, TDY to near St. Louis one time. Went down to RBI Crew 7. Um, you know, they're present on social media a lot for those that know them, but they got a small little shop, and I just stopped in, and I couldn't really find anything. Well, I bought some singles of some random stuff, but dropped $20 on a little retail box of Basketball Prism and pulled that thing out when he was like half a name, only the season had just barely started or whatever. Subbed it, got a 10, so, just a couple bucks into that for the sub, and sold it for $220. So, you know, can turn those types of opportunities, investments into these things, and I just, one of the many reasons why I'm a PSA guy, are those types of things. You can create some of that value with a little bit of, discerning eye and, some effort, but, fun effort because it's a hobby. So, good times. Thanks for watching, and I'm starting to try to catch up on some videos. I got a whole lot of them on my watch list because I've still been working and everything. But I'll keep that up and keep making content out there, folks. Good times. Later.